Hello everyone. Today I'm going to install Ubuntu 22 Jammy Jellyfish release on a virtual machine. I'm using vmware workstation as a virtualization software, as I mostly do for all my virtual machines. Now to install Ubuntu on a virtual machine, first we need an disk, Ubuntu 22 disk, an ISO file. To grab that, we can head to ubuntu.com/downloads/desktop, and here you can download it. The latest long-term support version is Ubuntu 22.0.3. The code name Jammy Jellyfish release. Here we can download it. Just click it and it will start downloading. On my current connection it's saying 46 minutes, so let's come back after it's downloaded. So welcome back. The download is completed. It took around 20 minutes to download 4 gigabytes of data. Depending on the connection you have, it might take a little more or a little less. So once we have the file, now we can start installing the Ubuntu machine, Ubuntu virtual machine on VMware. So you need to create a new virtual machine by clicking File, New Virtual Machine, or you can click this button, Create New Virtual Machine. Keep it typical, click Next, and you have to give the installer disk image on here. So click Browse, locate your disk. So in my case it's on the desktop, so I click it and click Open. Once you browse it, it will give you a small message that what is detected, which operating system it is that. So it's Ubuntu 64-bit version of 22.0.04.3 is detected. So you can just click Next, and you can give the name to your machine. So I will give envdev, and it will store it under C users and username. So I don't want it to go under the users, and I want to keep it directly under C:virtual machines. So click Next. So the entire virtual machine, the hard disk and the configuration will be stored in this folder. Click Next. Then you need to specify the disk capacity this Ubuntu machine is going to use. So I'll give 40 gigabytes, and I'll select Store Virtual Disk as a single file. This way it's faster than storing it into by splitting it into multiple files. So click Next. So on the next page it will give you a summary, what's the configuration, what will be the configuration of this virtual machine. It will be having a hard disk of 40 GB, the memory we call it as a RAM of 2 GB, which network adapter, where it will be stored, and which operating system is there, and everything. So before going forward, I need to customize my hardware. Okay, it usually takes the standard or predefined configuration for memory and processors. So in case of memory, I will select 8 GB. So it will be a faster machine, and in processors, I will give it 2 processors with 2 core each. So now I'll be having 4 cores, and just click Close. So yeah, and click Finish. So once you click Finish, it will create a machine and it will start it automatically. So once it's started, your here you can see the virtual machine is started, and now we need to select what we want to do with an option from group, GNU group. So first click on try and install Ubuntu and press enter, select it and press enter. You can ignore this bar for now, just close it. And for better viewing experience, I will make it a full screen for you so you can see it on a full screen window. So machine is starting, and from here I will select install Ubuntu, and then you need to select the keyboard layout. This depends on which keyboard type you have, an English keyboard, a German one, or QWERTY, QWERTY, or any other keyboard. So in my case it's a German keyboard, so let's click continue. On the next page it will ask you to what kind of installation you want. A normal installation, which will include web browser, some utilities, some games, office softwares like LibreOffice and media players. Okay. In my case, I don't want this kind of utilities installed. I want to keep it minimal, because I'm going to use this machine for my software development purposes. So I'll keep it minimal installation. And in other options, you'll have options like install updates while installing Ubuntu. So it will download the updates from the server and install it, the latest updates. And the next option is to install third-party softwares like graphics and Wi-Fi hardware. So I also want that. So once you check all the options you need, you can just click continue. So it grabbed some hardware or hardware drivers and made your machine full screen. In the next step, it's asking about where and how to install Ubuntu. So in my case, I have a virtual machine with a 40 GB of disk, which has nothing on it. Okay. So I will suggest to use erase disk and install Ubuntu. So this will erase the entire disk and install a fresh file system structure, and on that structure it will install Ubuntu. If you do not want to erase the disk and want to specify how Ubuntu should use the disk, you can go with something else. Okay. But for now, since it's a virtual machine, nothing is there on the disk, I will select erase disk and install Ubuntu. Then click install now. It will ask for the confirmation what it is going to create. So, and I will go with continue. And then you need to select the time zone. So for me it's Berlin time zone. That's fine. Click continue. Then it will ask you for your name. So I will keep it dev, and the machine name, it's envdev, and you can set the password here. Let me set it really quick. Yeah, I require login password. That's nice to have. Yeah. Now it's not allowing me to continue because the computer name is envdev. That's not acceptable, so I'll keep it like dev001. The username is dev, that's fine. Click continue. So that's all the configuration part we need to do, and it will start installing Ubuntu on your machine automatically. So you don't need to do anything, and just wait for this to complete. So I'll grab a quick coffee and we'll come back and let's see what happens next. So welcome back, and as you can see, the installation is complete and there is a dialog box to show to restart now. So this will restart our machine. Just click restart now and press enter. Wait for it to restart. So you're back on the login screen. Enter the password and get in. On the first time, it will ask you to do some post installation configurations like connecting to the online accounts. I will skip it. We don't want the Ubuntu Pro, so skip for now. Next. I don't want to send anonymous data or a system info, so click no and send. Next. Don't share. I don't want to share the location service, so location, so it's disabled. Click next and done. So by this way you can install Ubuntu 22 LTS onto a virtual machine. Now you can use this machine to create your database server or as your development machine. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and put down your comments in the comment section.